So probably one of the biggest folks influenced by it was Karl Marx, who kind of synthesized. He took all of these various concepts together and used that to create a very comprehensive analysis of capitalism itself, of the capitalist economic and social system. And it's very extensive. You could read Capital, which has like 3 volumes, and it's really, really long. It's really terrible. Because Marx is German, and Germans tend to have these very complex sentence structures that are really hard to follow because they're like run-on sentences. It just goes on.
So if you're gonna try Capital, right, and I would not say don't start on.
It's probably not a starting place. Yeah.
No, but find something that can help you, right? Like this is David Smith's Capital Illustrated, and it's like a companion book. As you read Capital, it has little comics and animation, illustrations, and breaks things down. And it's from Haymarket Books out of Chicago. But Capital is like the big work.
It's the big,
right?
Yeah.
And we mean both in ideas and size.
Oh yeah.
So definitely don't start with Capital, right? It's a huge work. It's a massive thing.
There's easier things to start with, and then there's also Capital reading groups and all that. When you're ready for that, it's probably good to discuss with comrades and all. But but the point is, Marx wrote Capital, which was very influential on history. It was a very big deal, but also wrote all kinds of other things. Probably the Manifesto of the Communist Party, which is often just called the Communist Manifesto, is one of the most common works, and that one actually is very short and very readable. So if you're not familiar, that's a great place to start and read. Which kind of breaks down what capitalism is, and that capitalism can never be our friend, and we have to destroy it, and all that kind of stuff that you're probably used to hearing. A key thing that Marx did compared to the earlier socialists or socialist leaning people was that he viewed the state as kind of an integral part of capitalism and a big problem with capitalism in itself. The state being, roughly speaking, the government. Because from this analysis, you can see the state, the government, is intertwined with the capitalist class, with the oligarchs, and that the state, through force, essentially props up capitalism and keeps capitalism running. So, a key insight here was that if you're ever going to deal with capitalism, then you have to also deal with the state. You have to deal with government as we know it today, and you have to turn it into something different. And that was a big break from people before that, because I had mentioned Owen, for example, who was like, we'll make worker co-ops and all. That was still this kind of top-down social organization, which kind of saw a state or a government or an employer or something as still necessary as part of the process. You just need like a good one, right? A good one that's going to be nice to the workers. and this is a fundamental switch where you say, no, that's the problem, that we can't really have individuals do this. This is a systemic problem that is never really going to work out for the long run for everyone until we deal with that systemic issue. So that's a big break in terms of theory with some of the early socialists, and why Marx is held up as such a big deal, because it was really kind of a turning point in a lot of theory.